going blowing bubbles outside with Flossie afterwards, and she's like, come and catch the bubbles with you. I'm like, fuck off, I can't walk. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a 30-something, and I'm learning how to be a dad.
And I'm Dan. I'm also a 30-something, and I consider myself to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi because I've got a couple of kids.
Well, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of Ramblings of Dadmens. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for listening for the past couple of episodes as well. We have done things a little bit different. We have said that we're going to get right back onto our usual as just talking nonsense. Daniel, how are you?
Very good, yeah. Excited to get back to talking bollocks. Obviously, there were serious topics. The last episode was a bit more light-hearted with the Mother's Day stuff. The one before that, it's safe to say, has had very good reception. Just want to clarify that I'm in a good place. It came across a little bit strong on my part after re-listening back, and some of the feedback that I got personally was, a lot of people checking up on me.
Yeah, just to echo standpoints, we did get some good reception and some good engagement from that. So thank you everyone for listening. But yeah,
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye. But we've got some catching up to do. What have you been up to for the past couple of weeks?
That's the thing. I actually looked back. It's just boring shit. Dog's been for its jabs.
Wow.
Car's going in for an MOT this weekend. The weather's improved. We've been down the canal again. To be fair, it's been a busy time with work anyway. For me, for what I do for a living, it's sort of a building up to financial year end. So, a lot of it for me has just been focused on that and then spending downtime with the family.
Just for anyone that is listening and was interested into what actually Dan does, no one knows. Like it's like no one. I mean, he explains it to us, but that made him sound like he was an accountant. He's not an accountant, but he could be. Just no one knows.
That's a funny story though. Beck actually doesn't know what I do. You put her on the spot and ask her, and she just crumbles. She just goes, something with computers. How wide ranging is that? Like, she's not a clue.
Yeah.
It's still a mystery. I don't even know what I do.
Just someone pays you. Someone pays you to do some, and you do some talking, and you do some whatever you do, and someone pays you money for it.
All I know is I get emails, and then I get asked to go on these Zoom calls and all that fun stuff, and I talk to people.
If it makes you feel any better, I've been in my job now 4 months. I still don't really know what I'm doing. So, just winging it. People start saying all this, interesting legislation that I probably should read up on. I have read up on it, but I still don't understand it.
I know some people will actually, who do listen, will actually know what I do for a living. You guys aren't allowed to comment. For other people, reach out to us. Give us a guess at what you actually think what I do for a living. Because I'd be really intrigued to see how I've portrayed that.
You've said computers now, so it could be anything from fixing second-hand computers to, I don't know, managing Babe Station Extreme.
Because that requires computers.
Well, it does, right? Isn't that the point of computers?
I've not watched that since we were about 14, so I don't know if that's even a thing anymore.
Right.
You could tell me, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so moving swiftly on, what have you been up to for the last year?
Do you know, every week just seems like to turn into one at the minute because we're so busy with work and then coming home. And this week I've had some annual leave to take. So I just took a random Friday off, and we ended up going for this really nice walk up in Preston. It was called Brockholes. It's kind of like a mini Martin Mere. There's some shops and stuff, but it's on a floating lake. That was really nice. Becky decided she wanted to get married there. I disagreed with her. Where we went, it was actually quite nice, but yeah, I just didn't get that feeling. And to be fair, we haven't. I mean, Robin has been taking priority, and we haven't really talked about marriage or where we'd like to get married and stuff like that. Maybe that's a conversation 6 months later in the year. Apart from Becky going, I quite like this place. And I'm like, not that great. But anyway, it was quite nice.
I mean, let's be honest. You don't really have a say in it.
I know, yeah, to be fair.
And I know we tackle a lot of like social stereotypes on this, and you probably should, but this is more about where Becky wants to get married. So if Becky wants to get married in the woods, you've basically got to smile and nod and just turn up.
Today we went to like a bit of a family party. It was Becky's sister's birthday later in the week, and we just had like a bit of a buffet at her mum's and stuff like that. And Becky's sister's boyfriend was there today. He was saying how like yesterday they went to, I think they were baking cookies or something, and then Rachel, Becky's sister, shouted at him, and she said, I just had to start controlling things. I just had to like he was getting in the way. I was like, welcome to the family, mate. like this is my world all over. And it's fine. Do you know what, Becky? Absolutely. You know, I need this in my life. I need this direction. But she very freely admits that she's the boss. So yeah, absolutely. I don't have a choice anyway.
Powerful women. I mean, Beck completely. She manipulates me into letting me think I make decisions.
Yeah, she makes you think that you're the boss.
Yeah. She lets me. It's an art form. She lets me think that I've told her what we're doing. Fucking, it's proper Jedi mind tricks.
Well, yesterday we were Flossie free. She was at a dance. She came for a very, very brief visit just to see Robin and to pick up a present because she went on her second birthday party now. They're coming in thick and fast. I guess that only means like if she keeps getting invited to birthday parties, it's just another child that we need to pay for in August when it's her birthday. Is this a thing? Like,
oh yeah.
Have you ever had this kind of thing with the birthday parties?
Obviously, for the last 2 years, no.
Well, no. Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, George is going to be a funny one because her birthday, like similarly with Flossie's, will be in half term. So it's going to be a bit more awkward to invite kids. You know, I invite parents because they might be on summer holidays. Yeah, but the last 2 years, obviously, we've not. You know, the kids haven't been inviting other kids to parties and stuff like that. But yeah, she's been to one or two now. Georgia thinks that she's inviting her entire class to some phantom party that she's made up, and she's already told them all. Apparently that's what we're doing.
Party planning everything, and before you know it, you have to take a second mortgage out.
If that's what she wants, then we will find a way to make it happen. There's some really good party ideas. You know, one of I think I mentioned it. She went to the Ninja Warrior thing over here for a birthday party, and that was ace. Because like, I got free entry in there, and I was chatting to some of the other parents, but I was still having to go on all the fucking climbing frames and all that shit because it's set up for adults.
I don't know how I'd feel about a climbing frame now. I think getting older, I'm developing brittle bones or something like that. I think getting up after a bit of a buffet today, like I think I pulled a muscle. Going blowing bubbles outside with Flossie afterwards, and she's like, come and catch the bubbles with you. I'm like, fuck off, I can't walk. But I did it because that's what parenting is. This is what I've come to learn about being a parent. It's being half-assed doing things all of the time. And not because you don't want to. I would play in the garden with Flossie every minute of every day. But my body is just like, fuck off. You need a nap now.
You basically have to make time for everyone and everything. Good luck.
My body clock has started to change. I mean, I've always been a bit of a night owl. I've now started to realise that my body is waking up about 6 o'clock in the morning. However, what it hasn't figured out is how to stay up. So like by 9 o'clock, I am done in.
That's the beauty of dad naps.
I tried to get a dad nap in yesterday, but it didn't happen. I ended up playing a pissing computer game for a minute. Becky got a dad nap in. Obviously, she's only getting dad naps in the nighttime as well because she's breastfeeding the child every now and then as well. So I did feel bad for me trying to have a nap. So I
think you should probably feel a little bit more bad about complaining about being tired.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
I'm tired. I've only had 7 hours every night this week. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Becky gets it far much more worse than I do.
Was she on 7 hours a week?
It's broken up for her, isn't it? So like, Robin can have times where she's like up and she has a wonderful night's sleep and she'll go to sleep at 7 o'clock and then not wake up until 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Although last week she's gone into Leap 4, which is what we've talked about. Now Leap 4 lasts for like 6 weeks apparently. And there's a massive sleep progression that's in there. And we started noticing this with her. There's 2 ways that Robin's going to sleep at the minute. She's going to sleep on Becky's boob or on my shoulder. And sometimes she can't decide which she'd prefer. And the other times is that Becky cannot feed her. So, like, that's where I have to, stand up and try and rock her to sleep. But because it's definitely the second choice, she doesn't like it.
Can you imagine anyone trying to rock you to sleep when you're hungry? Fucking no. I'd kick off something rotten though.
That's true, but there's hungry and then there's being gluttonous.
Tea time comes around and Beck's fucking got me in a cradling position and try and rock me to sleep, and then I'm fucking have a little dad nap.
And then she can just wake you up with a burger.
Exactly that. See, no, I might have a word with her actually.
Yeah. Yeah, when you
have a dad nap, wake me up when my food's ready.
Do you think you could get away with that?
No.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Just go out there 25 minutes or something.
I could do that, but there would be a sacrifice. I'd have to give her a back tickle for an hour or something. So
worth it?
Depends how long and how good the dad nap is.
Did you know what March 14th was this week?
Pie Day?
No. Similarly, I mean, it can be food related.
It is. No, I don't mean Pie Day is in fucking International Wigan Staple Diet.
Oh, because you went 3.14.
Yeah, it is. Well, but it is actually, International Pie Day.
Oh, I thought it was.
Because it is 3.14. You fucking whip on.
Was it also Steak and Blowjob Day?
Was it? Fuck! Was that Monday?
Best reaction to anything that I've ever heard in my life.
Fuck. Is that like a one-off event, like once a year, or is it like once a month?
It's no, unfortunately. So it is once a year, exactly 1 month after Valentine's Day, apparently.
Oh yeah.
I believe there is another. I mean, I don't know what date it is, but I do believe there's another date later on in the year.
Something to do with chicken.
Chicken and licking.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know when it is though.
And the tone of the podcast has been lowered.
Yeah. Sorry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on. Robin has gone into like proper sleep progression mode, so we're doing okay. But we have 5 weeks of this now. You will probably argue that we've got 18 years of it. So
as soon as you start sleeping through, that's when it starts getting good again, because they'll stick to that pattern, that routine. Yeah. Well, I said this all along, it gets easier. It does get easier. It's just going to take some time. And then by that point, as we gathered last week, Becky's going to have taught you into at least a set of triplets. So, you've got 9 months to prepare for that sleeping pattern.
I know, yeah.
Good luck.
I mean, I do want another one, but it's hard. It's hard in your mid-30s, isn't it?
It is, but it is worth it.
Yeah, it is. I tell you what, Flossie has done yesterday. She went to a school trip at a church, and now she wants to go to church every week.
Good. Kids, I mean, they're very impressionable at that age. You've got to support them and let them try things. Georgia came home from school. Similarly, she's been learning about the earth and ecological impact and things like that. And she's decided that she wants to go litter picking once a week.
Wow, okay.
She went round our estate with a big black bin bag and one of them little pincer arm things, and filled an actual bin bag of rubbish. I think the people of our estate were super happy of that because she's not charged them anything. But yeah, she's enjoyed doing it, so she wants to continue doing that. You've got to support them. You've got to let them. So, yeah, unfortunately, you might have to go to church once or twice.
Start singing some sermons.
I don't think you sing sermons. I think you sing hymns, but
it sings hymns.
Listen to sermons.
It's been a long time since I went to church.
I think you've watched Sister Act too many times.
Oh, happy days. So, like, my grandparents were devout Catholics, like, to the point where they would go on holiday and have to find out where the nearest church was so they couldn't miss, like, Sunday Mass. So, I remember going to Sunday school and making egg cress plants. Do you remember doing that at school?
I want to say yeah, but I also want to say I don't think we used eggs.
Oh, right. Did you not?
Honestly, I can't remember. I remember coming home with some cress plant thing. You know, and you draw like a head on it.
Yeah.
And then the cress grows and it's her.
We definitely did that with an eggshell, and we put like a little bit of cotton wool and some water, and it grew eventually, and it was definitely with an eggshell.
Right.
Okay. Have you had any parenting highs?
There's been loads of different things. I've just not jotted them down, especially with Georgia. She's such a really good age at coming up with all sorts of really funny things. And it's just her interpretation of the world. One of them that sort of encompasses high, low, and sort of a funny moment is just her getting creative with the truth. So she's at an age now where, what's a fearful of the dark, like scared of the dark, but kids all go through that phase, don't they, where they want a nightlight or they're a little bit fearful of the dark or for whatever reason. It was actually earlier on today, she got a bit upset and she was like, I don't think it's fair that you and Mummy get to share a room and I don't. And why do I have to?
Oh, yeah.
Why have I got a room on my own and you two haven't? I'm like, right. Well, that's because we're married and kids always get their own rooms and every other kid's got their own room. She's like, well, it's not fair. I want to share a room with you two.
Oh.
But it was just the way that she's presented it. It's not because she actually wants to. I mean, she'd probably love it. It's because she's got this little bit of like fear of the dark and whatnot, and she doesn't necessarily know the best way to say it out loud. So,
yeah, it's just another way of saying that I want to come and you can protect me this way kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, she's kind of got that a little bit, I guess, for a different reason, though, where hers comes from still wanting to be, or her not wanting to be left out, I guess, for want of a better word, because obviously Robin's at an age where she has to be in the same room with us. So Flossie is coming in and saying, well, I want to be with you because Robin's with you as well. And it's very hard for her to understand that Robin is with us, that she needs to be with us rather than we're choosing Robin to be in the same room with us. So we're going through that very difficult phase. And I mean, Robin and Flossie like absolutely dote on each other, which is great. But there's always that little bit where Flossie like wants Mummy's attention as well. My parenting high, it sounds so small and so insignificant, but Becky did like a little video, and she did a video of her and Robin facing the camera, and she was just like, where's Robin kind of thing, and she zooms in on Robin and she sees herself and then she smiles, and it's this brilliant smile. But the most amazing thing about it is if you play back that video, Robin like absolutely loves it. Like she just sees a little face and she just lights up smiling. It's so good. I mean, she's so vain. Like seeing her own face and smiling. She's like noticing things now, and that's a real big high for me. She started to track us a little bit more. She started to notice the toys. I mean, she's had toys since she was a fetus, to be honest, because we had loads of stuff already. She's now started to make sense of the world around her, and that's really nice just to see that, yes, she's coming on, but also that she's starting to enjoy her surroundings, I guess. So that's a real high for us.
Yeah, I think one thing you have got coming for you, she'll start fucking with you soon enough. Maybe not there just yet, but with Georgia, she thought it was a game. And all kids do it. So they're in the high chair. whatever, and you're trying to feed them, and you're just putting little snacks in front of them, they think it's fucking ace for a start, wedging it down the side of the chair and sitting on it, and then throwing every fucking toy off there.
Oh, really?
It's just a game watching you pick it up and then put it back on there and then throw it off and then pick it up, and it's like fucking playing fetch with the dog.
Yeah, no. I say no, but I'll be the first person to keep doing that, won't I?
And you'll just keep, so that'll be coming. Maybe a good couple of months off yet, but every kid goes through that, just testing your patience.
And they'll find it hilarious as well. I tell you what she has started doing, and she's not ready for food and stuff like that, but she has started noticing food, and she's almost learning to do the chewing. Like, she's not quite mastered it yet, but she's started to copy a little bit more as well. So that's really nice. Did Georgia ever have like a dribbling phase? Robin at the minute, and I don't know whether she's getting to teething or something like that, but she is a constant little dribbler.
It is that. So Georgia dribbled a lot when she was teething.
Right, okay.
So maybe just feel around in the gums. See, I mean, they can come at any point, really, with the teeth. Some kids are born with teeth.
I believe so, yeah. So one of our friends was born with two front. One of our friends' babies was born with two front teeth.
But yeah, I'd have a look just to see if she's got any teeth coming through.
We think she has. She think this starting to come. She's always chewing her hand as well, which is always like there's another little sign that they're potentially coming.
Okay, good.
Okay. So then, any parenting lows?
I mean, I sort of covered all mine in one. Like I said, that she's just getting creative with the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've no specific low as such. I mean, have you?
It's not so much a parenting low, but it's something that happened when we were in the care of a child, if that makes sense. So on Friday, we obviously went to Preston. We went for this lovely walk. It was brilliant. We were on the way back, and we thought we're going to have to get some petrol. Petrol is a stressful enough experience at the minute because you never realise if you need to go into your overdraft to fill up your tank.
Fucking yeah.
But we got to the petrol station. Becky was driving. Then she knocked on the window. She said, "I've got a problem." Like, fuck, what's up? So we have a petrol pump where you have to put the key in to get in. She said, "I can't get the key in the petrol pump."
You don't mean the pump, you mean the actual, like the nozzle, the cap.
Yeah, sorry, you can't get the key on the, so
I was going to say, because that's a pretty fucking, like, I know people have, getting creative with how they pay or don't pay for fuel, but putting keys on petrol pumps is, that's probably what's
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you open the flap and then you've got a key to put it in. And so I goes round thinking I'm Billy Big Bollocks and say,
don't worry, love, I've got this. Yeah. You've just turned it the wrong way, you daft sod. I know it's your car, but watch me. I'm a man. Ha ha.
Couldn't get in it.
When you were given a jar by the wife or your significant other to go and open this jar, it's a test of strength and sheer will and determination. Will you open this? And you can't do it. That's exactly what you've experienced. And everybody's initial reaction is, "No, it's broke, that."
Well,
super glue shut.
Well, my first reaction was someone's tried to get in and steal some petrol here. Like, someone's tried to get in and tried to get into the lock and siphon some petrol because this isn't moving. So now we're in a dilemma where we've got no petrol in the car. We're in Preston. We're 25 miles away. We can't put petrol in the car because the lock isn't working. So what do we do? There's a car dealership about 3 or 4 miles away. So we thought, well, it makes sense to go to the car dealership and see what we can do. And hopefully this isn't going to cost us a fucking fortune because this is, dilemma. So anyway, the car dealerships were really nice enough to help out us. But I say us when actually we're a little bit facetious. Maybe they'd help out a little, a youngish mum with a little baby that's really distraught.
Did you wait around the corner?
I wait round the fucking corner to try and get some help. because we had nothing to do, and it worked. It was bad times, isn't it? But yeah, I went for a little walk while Mummy solved the situation, and it was fine. Apparently, it's a fault with the car, because
See, I told you it were broke.
So, well, yeah, the actual flap isn't sealed properly, so water gets in it, so it rusts really easily. So they managed to get into it and sort it out and replace it. But at one point, it was a bit of a low where, because Robin was in the car, it became a little bit more stressful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they didn't charge us as great. I mean, if I was there, they'd probably copy a dickhead and charge me £1,000. Yeah. How are you on Film Watch then? Have you had any recommendation for me?
Film Watch, I like that. Makes it sound like I've been sat in fucking some random woods with a pair of binoculars.
Oh, really? Have you?
No, but I mean, I've just realised in saying that out loud, that sounds a bit inappropriate. So, okay, a new thing, and then an old thing, and then another new thing that's shit. So, I've watched The Adam Project.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, we've watched that.
We've professed our love for Ryan Reynolds on many occasions on this channel, or, through the podcast and just between me and you. I fucking really rate it. I loved it. I thought it was ace. I have made this recommendation to a few other people, and somebody else has said that it's the shittest thing they've ever seen. Fucking Philistine. I think it was really good. I mean, it's not a brand new concept, but I think it touched on that the science was good, and I like that. I just liked his humour in it. It was like a modern day E.T., but then throw in some Star Wars and some time travel.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's not a blockbuster film, is it? It's not gonna win any awards. It was quite funny to see Mark Ruffalo be their dad, even though they're probably about the same age.
I was waiting for him to turn into the Hulk. Waiting for him to get really angry.
But yeah, it's like it's not the best film I've ever seen in my life. But it was okay for an hour and a half on a Friday night. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I quite liked it. One of the other things I've been watching is Black Books.
With the Bill Bailey thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's going back a bit.
It's really good TV series. I got it on DVD ages ago, and it's just sat there hidden with the Tenacious D DVD that I borrowed off you.
Oh, right.
It's really good. If you ever get the opportunity, definitely give that a watch.
I have watched it. I mean, I haven't watched it for years, to be honest with you, but I would probably give it a go again.
Yeah, Dylan Moran's ace in it. It just makes you want to quaff red wine. That's all it does. Just gets pissed all the time. But yeah, great. And then the last one, and I said this one's sort of an unrecommendation, the opposite. Just Killing Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just
don't get into it.
No.
I really enjoyed the first season. I haven't seen the second one, to be fair, but I really enjoyed the first season.
I don't know if this is 3 or 4, series 3 or series 4, but
right, I think the first one.
I don't know. I think the first one, I agree with you, was really good, and then the one after that was good. With this one, I don't know whether they're experimenting too hard. It just feels as though it's gone a bit west, and it's not gripping you. We've watched 2 of the episodes so far.
Right, okay.
And we're not desperate to go and carry on watching it.
Wow.
So I don't know.
That surprises me.
Maybe we probably will just watch it through, but
here's a question, because you're usually big up on your films. Have you seen the new Batman film yet?
No.
No, me either. I just want you to tell me it was the worst film ever, so.
I've heard some really good reviews from it, to be fair. And the people that I know that have seen it have all, raved about it. I did see something, a meme about, it's been rehashed, 5 times now. And it's a different person playing Batman. And every time, it's always pitched as a new Batman, and it's even darker. And it actually delivers each time. The Michael Keaton, and then it went to George Clooney. That was a bit of a... We'll not talk about that. But then moving into the Christian Bale ones, and that went darker, and then Ben Affleck, and then that went even darker again. And like this one, it is very, very raw and gritty, so I've been told. So I am.
Yeah, I've heard that, and it's Robert Pattinson based him on Kurt Cobain a little bit as well, I believe. Like really dark and brooding, kind of grungy.
It was actually funny you mention it because there was some videos on YouTube earlier on about it, and they're just talking about like the behind the scenes and stuff like that. That Robert Pattinson actually. So there's one particular scene that's used in the trailer where he approaches a bunch of guys, and then they say, "Oh, who are you?" And he says, "I am vengeance." There's the fight scene, and he says that. And apparently, when that was scripted, it was Elon's, "Who are you? I am vengeance," and then he kicks the shit out of him. That's how the director and the scriptwriters all want it to play out. Apparently, Robert Pattinson's took his own spin on that and said, "No, what I want to do is I'll land. They'll say, 'Who are you?' I'll kick the shit out of him, and then when it looks as though he's about to die, then he'll say, 'I am vengeance,' and it makes it that much more powerful and emotive."
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they've been given a lot of creative freedom as actors to try and make it a bit darker. And the guy who plays
Paul Dano.
And again, I've not seen this bit, but there's apparently a scene where he's on an iPhone recording like a front-facing video clip, and apparently he actually did do 200 takes of that one particular scene at his request because he wanted to do different versions of it, like one where he was already sat in view of the camera, one where the camera was recording, he pops his head in, and different variations of it just to try and. So I think that the directors have lent on the actors to try and put their own spin on it and maybe give them a few options, and then they've just taken the darkest version of it.
I cannot wait to watch this film. Like, I do like watching a good Batman film, to be honest with you, but it does look really good.
One I am looking out for, you prompted me to find the trailer, the Studio 666. That is
really?
Out now. I need to find somewhere that has that showing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That will be very interesting.
I can't
Too sure how spoofy it'll be because I don't know how good people like Pat Smear's acting will be.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know what Studio 606 is, so there's a Foo Fighters film coming out, and it looks fucking terrible and the best thing that's ever been made at the same time.
It's like Pick of Destiny, but horror.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait for that. In terms of my recommendations, I mean, I haven't really been watching much TV. However, we tend to get like half an hour in the morning where we just kind of sit down, relax, have a cup of tea before work, and Becky does the school run, and I've got Robin, and I've got and for some strange reason, watching Scrubs like tends to calm her down. So we've been hammering Scrubs every day at the minute.
Wow.
Do you know, I haven't watched Scrubs for a long fucking time. And especially going back to like series 1, which is 21 years ago now, if that, I mean, God, that feels ridiculous to say that out loud, that's 21 years old. But yeah, so I've just been enjoying watching a couple of episodes of them. I don't know if Scrubs was ever your bag, that spoofy kind of comedy.
I've watched a few episodes of it. Like you say, it's just easy watching. Never consistently watched it. To be fair, a lot of the stuff back then, never really watched it. All the Friends, there's loads of episodes of Friends I've never seen.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. I don't think, I mean, I probably have seen every single one like on E4, but not in the order. So it's quite nice to go back and watch them in order. But yeah, so that'd be my recommendation. Watch Scrubs.
Okay. Have you even bothered with Vikings?
We have not bothered with Vikings yet. We've had so much of the stuff that we've been watching. We've been watching Pam and Tommy. We watched The Waterboy on Friday. Great film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Waterboy. Oh, not seen that for ages.
Absolutely fantastic film.
I love all the retro films. I don't know why. Out of all of them, I mean, it's not even on the same category as Waterboy. Rocky IV.
Oh, wow, okay.
Rocky IV just hits differently. I don't know why. Out of all the Rockies, the whole thing with Ivan Drago and training montage where he's running through the snow and all that was on the other day. So I've had a bit of a retro moment with that. But another one that I dug out and watched, you'll probably like, I'm hoping you like it, Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, for some reason, I never really watched the first two properly. But the third Beverly, I used to love the third one. I've watched the first and second one, but Beverly Hills Cop 3 was my bag.
Aquel,
Yeah.
funny.
Doing the what dance is it? The elephant dance when he's the
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I had a similar journey with that series. Like I watched the third one first, and then went back and watched the others.
Yeah, maybe it was maybe it came out when we was about that age. I seem to remember it being
Well, I
massive.
think it was mid-90s.
Back when I was about 14, 15, I must have watched Beverly Hills Cop 3 about 100 times because I used to have it on tape, and it was just one that we used to go to all the time.
I watched Demolition Man as well over the last couple of weeks.
I remember watching that with you, like.
Better send a madman to catch a madman.
Yeah.
So many just one-liners like that. Tango and Cash. Oh, it's locked up. Just that era of mostly Sylvester Stallone films.
Yeah.
But he was pretty much in every film back in the 80s and 90s, wasn't he?
He was even in Stop or My Mum Will Shoot. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
What a terrible film.
Wasn't that like trying to compete with Kindergarten Cop?
It's definitely that kind of that
time.
comedy vein kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Oh God, I could talk all day about Kindergarten Cop. What a film that is! Can you imagine that all them kids will be in the 30s now? Surely.
Oh yeah, if not older.
Yeah, probably. Well, thank you everybody for listening to us ramble for a little bit. I am just going to point out a cheeky little bit of advertising before we go, that my darling beloved Becky has decided to do a mummy kind of TikTok where she's doing some little vlogs, little TikToks about our days out and stuff. So please like and follow that. And I don't know what TikTok is like, but we'll put it on Instagram, I'm sure, or I'll put it on the Facebook. Give her a like. What's
her handle?
No idea.
Oh, good.
Hang on. Let me find this. Maybe I'll start this again.
No, this is staying in. That is.
Do you know what the funny thing about? Oh God! This is me opening TikTok on. Do you know what the funny thing is? Is that she won't show me any of the videos. I have to go on TikTok, so I've had to download TikTok.
Yeah, that's the reason. Honest.
I don't know what TikTok is. Okay, so it's at Bexy Bal, BEXYBARL. There's some cute little videos on there. Flossie's reaction to drinking Coke for the first time. My reaction to being told I'm a dad for the first time. So maybe if you just give that a like on TikTok, that would help us out. I think Becky has decided that she wants to cash in on the kids, and we can retire.
I mean, just saying, we tried it first.
yeah. This is still going strong for us. Apparently, it takes 3 years for a podcast to become successful.
Oh, good. So just another 2.5 years until.
Just another 2.5 to go, and then
replacing Ant and Dec on a Saturday night.
Yeah, they'll be old by then. They'll need some fresh meat.
Mate, they're fucking old now.
That's true.
What are they? Nearly 50? Come on, pass the ball.
In showbiz years, that's like 76.
They'll still be winning NTAs in 20 years, though.
That's true. Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening. That's all from me.
That's all from him. We will we'll see you next week. Thanks everyone for listening, guys.
See you next week, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.